Hi, so why does trauma make us so weary of everybody? And why do we have this real need for connection? So today's talk is about understanding the conscious mind and its challenges when we've had trauma, and it's actually part two. So part one was the week before. But trauma can profoundly affect how we view and interact with other people. And when trauma is caused by others, whether it's abuse, betrayal, or violence, it makes us quite distrustful and quite fearful of forming new relationships, for example. But despite this sort of like weariness, as humans, it's actually really important for us to connect. It's actually essential for us to connect when recovery is needed. So why does trauma make us so weary? It's part of our it's such a paradox, because it's actually part of our neurobiology and how we can rebuild that trust in people. So first of all, betrayal and mistrust. So when trauma is inflicted by others, especially by someone who we've loved and trusted, it shatters our ability to trust someone else. Now, the brain actually learns to associate people with danger. So it leads to this deep-seated suspicion of other people and what are their real intentions for you. So if someone was to, for example, be hurt by a close family member, it makes it impossible to trust. What it also does is it makes us extremely hyper-vigilant. So survivors or trauma survivors become hyper-vigilant. They are constantly on the look for potential threats, and this heightens this state of alertness. So it makes it almost impossible for us to feel safe or to feel safe in our environment. And the brain is always asking, is this person going to do something to me? Is this person going to hurt me, etc.? And then, of course, the massive issue is the fear of re-experiencing our trauma. We all find it really, really difficult. So if we've been hurt by someone, the fear of getting hurt again is really overwhelming. And this almost helps us, it causes us to withdraw from society or to interact with society. And we then decide that, well, isolation is just a really good thing because it's a great coping mechanism, isn't it? We just don't have to go out. We don't have to do anything. We just won't allow us to be put in that position again.
Could you try again?
Let's just ignore Siri for a moment. How funny is that? Now, what does it impact? First of all, and most of all, our relationships. Every single person who's been through traumas, relationships have been affected. It makes it really difficult to form new relationships because we have trouble with trust, with intimacy, with vulnerability, for example. And it leads to this real superficial distrust of relationships, and every survivor never really fully opens up until their trauma's been resolved. And it challenges our existing relationships with our family, our friends, with our partners, our loved ones, work colleagues, etc. It challenges all of those relationships. Now, the difference is a loved one might understand what we're going through, but someone who doesn't know us is going to be less, will have less of an ability to understand what we're going through. So as humans, we have this need for connection, but unfortunately, with trauma, it makes it so super difficult to move through that. In our Trauma Recovery Method program, we work intensely on rebuilding foundations for relationships, not just rebuilding a relationship, but you've got to know how. And we help you to overcome your root cause trauma, which inevitably, once that's resolved with the various techniques we use, we then help you to rebuild those relationships. So if you've enjoyed today's talk or you'd like to know more, why don't you just DM us at the end of today's live and message us. I'm also going to put the link to our free masterclass, which you can register to watch. And if you're interested and you want more help, book a call with us. We'd love to speak with you. So have an amazing day wherever you are. Hope you've enjoyed part 2 of understanding the conscious mind and why it's so challenging when we've been in trauma. Have a super amazing day. Bye.